we're in the the north end of Ravenswood here on Ravenswood Avenue. So you hear that name a lot, Ravenswood, but it's one of the cooler streets I think in Chicago. Really, it's a mixed-use industrial and residential strip that goes all the way from Belmont, if you want, all, to Peterson Avenue, so 3200 to 6000. If you go along Ravenswood during that whole stretch, there's going to be these pockets of some really cool development, cool industrial buildings. It's just always been a favorite of mine. I love some of the construction and conversions that have been done. We're looking right here at a modern conversion building. This is actually about 4 units in here. They're really cool. This isn't for everybody, but it's totally for me. I've done some blog posts about it. The address 5017 Ravenswood, if you Google it, it'll come up in architectural type reviews and that sort of thing. It's a really neat project, worth checking out. I've never seen a resale here. I've never been able to get in there. I've seen some photos, but I'm almost to the point of stalking them, writing some letters, and I want to get in and see the units. So, but this is indicative of what's kind of can happen here on this stretch, because the zoning, is going to be a little different than your typical residential street. When you have industrial, you can kind of do some neat things, I think. On this stretch that we're at between Lawrence and Winnemac, there's a good amount of residential, from your traditional to your modern. So right here, a few steps down, this is a pretty traditional townhome development. These are large units. They sell from $450 and up. They're very popular. This one's under contract. They don't stay on the market very long if priced, halfway decent, because they're again, this is a great alternative for families that want to stay in the area. Can't afford a house. You're going to do a townhome, and even though there is a handful, townhome developments, these are better suited for families because you do get a little yard. They are true 3 bedrooms. They have a family room area. Some other townhomes that are built in the area were actually true 2 bedrooms, so it really doesn't work out as well. But we're at about Ravenswood and Ainsley here is where they start. Around the corner, so a few townhomes, and then this one has the Ravenswood address. So. And another reason I'm here, one of the few new construction condo buildings that have been done, I think, really out of a few, maybe tops, is this 4909 Ravenswood that's getting done here. This is something you typically see over the years in Lakeview and Lincoln Park. I think this design. I'm happy to see it. I think it's going to serve a niche too of a higher end type new construction, luxury type building, luxury finishes anyway, on off a major artery. Because mostly you've seen it on Damon. This type of level of finish and level of building has been on a third, Damon or Ashland, which isn't for everybody. Right. Damon's even a little busier. So this is one of the few recent solid, new construction. We're looking at probably 4-bedroom duplex down units that will be priced, I'm sure, around 600, maybe more. The penthouse units with rooftop decks would probably be around that 600 as well. Middle units, if it's a 3-bedroom, will probably be in the 549 range, starting with garage parking. So I think this fills. I think it'll do well because it's a neat spot to be in. It's more residential. It's quieter, other than your metro line is across the way, but I don't think that's really a big deal. Right. I would live across the street from this line in a minute. In fact, the dream is to get a single-family home along Ravenswood someday. So this is, I think, a rare case around here. New construction condo that got built, and I think they'll find a market for that. Yeah. I really do.
All right.
It's the Yannel house. This is the zero net energy home.
Okay.
I've written about for the YoChicago.
Yeah.
And it's almost done here. He's been passing all his inspections for all the types of green technology he's got in the home. He's a Facebook buddy. I get updates all the time. We're really proud of this. There's a buzz about this home in the neighborhood. Most people, I'd say 90%. I haven't actually heard anything negative, but I'm sure there's somebody that's going to be negative about it.
Somebody's going to complain about something.
Somebody will. Maybe the neighbor, the shadow on my house. But this has just been a triumph, and it's been a great pub for the neighborhood. And great, he's a good neighbor, and he's really been cool about promoting the house and the neighborhood, and I've done so too. But it's a zero net energy home. He's actually gonna, send energy back into the grid. He's using, I wouldn't even be able to talk about all the technology, but some pretty neat things. The geothermal heating is the basic thing he's doing. He's using rainwater for his flushing the toilets, so he calls a gray water system that he got passed by the state, which is great. So he's using just about everything you can think of to run this sucker, and it's just beautiful. I think it's a wonderful contemporary home, and I would love to see more copycats in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
This was, we're going to come on another new construction here, Monster House. This is probably more conventional. I imagine they have 4 to 5 baths in this place. But they are using some geothermal heating again. I'm sure they're using some other green and smart tactics to market.
Right.
I haven't seen a lot of information on this home, but again, another example of building that's going on in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I would imagine a house like this is probably it's got to be close to the $1.5 million they'd probably market it at.
Okay.
Yeah. To start, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but